chat right now. I'm going to wait for a few more people to join in. I'm so excited. I have Amy Calvert from HoopTech live on the channel. Woo, 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 woo.
Woo!
Testing out this new YouTube feature right here. As you guys can see, we are both on our cell phones, and so far so good. So we're just gonna wait till a few more people join in, and we're just gonna chit chat for a second. So the person that's in, can you please in the chat, can you tell us where you're viewing from, and what exactly you do? Do you have an embroidery machine? Amy, can you see the chat actually?
I was just looking at that.
I'm curious. I see a hi. Can you see hi on
Yeah.
your screen, Amy?
Yep.
Wow. So that is great. Okay, so now we got 7 people in. As you guys are coming in, please give this video a thumbs up so it gets shared out to more people. And please, hi everyone. Detroit, Michigan. Cal from Detroit, Michigan. How are you, Cal? T-Town T-shirts. How are you, sir? Awesome, awesome. All right, so we got El Paso has a Ricoma MT1501, El Paso, Texas, in the building. Angel. So how are you doing? 16 people. Come on, 16 people. I need 16 thumbs ups. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you too. Okay, we got a Ricoma 2001 8S in the building. Congratulations on the new latest greatest 20 needle. HoopTech is in the building. That's right. HoopTech.
Woo!
And that's Michelle viewing from the ATL. Awesome, awesome. Embroidering some full front and both sides at the same time. All right, working hard. Don't have a Ricoma yet. That's okay. You don't have to have a Ricoma. You can have any embroidery machine, but Ricomas are, of course, if you're going to get one, use my affiliate link, but no pressure. As long as you're in the game making money. As long as you're in the game making money. All right, so let's kick this thing off a little bit. So, Amy, first and foremost, I'd like to thank you for coming on with me live because I know lives are kind of like weird, right? Like they're live, so it's a little bit scary, but it's at the same time, it's like I like to make my lives just fun. We're just on here just to chit chat, like we're friends, and like maybe I'll ask you a few questions, but mostly I want the audience and the people watching to be able to answer some questions that they might have for you guys, for you about your products. And I also want to thank you for the products that you have sent me. I have some of them sitting in front of me. So
I love that.
yeah, I love these things, and they really came in handy recently while I was doing these Masonic shirts, and I needed a sleeve solution because my 5x5 hoop could not fit because it was stretching it out too much, and it didn't have room for the arm to articulate. So this came in clutch. It did it perfectly. I put it on my hat frame. I, I hooped it up with a piece of stabilizer, and then went into the machine perfectly, and then embroidered every single name on the sleeve perfectly. So Amy's here with HoopTech with the solutions. 20 people in the chat. Thumbs ups, guys. Go ahead. Sorry.
Thanks for having me on, Allan. I'm excited.
So Amy, we met at the Atlantic City trade show, correct? Atlantic City Impressions Expo.
Yep.
And I remember your booth being swamped.
Yeah.
What were some of the questions that people were asking you? Because like I couldn't get a second in. What were some of the questions that people were asking you at the trade show? Do you remember anything?
Yeah, a lot of the trade shows, it's kind of all the same kinds of questions, but I think we get so swamped because people can see it online. I feel like a shirt, a hat, like it's easy to put a picture of that online and you know exactly what you're looking at. But when you're looking at a picture of like a cat frame online, it can be kind of like, I have no idea how to use that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think our booth gets so busy because people look and look for months and months, sometimes years, because they don't want to pull the trigger without actually getting their hands on it.
Right.
So they do come with questions, but I think for the most part, people just want to see a live demo to make sure that, what they're seeing online is like actually how it is, that it truly is that easy. And I think most people come to the booth wanting a simpler solution. How can I do this item? How can I do hats? I hate hooping hats. And how can so our products just make it all a lot easier. And so yeah, those are the
Amy, you're getting a phone. Are you getting a phone call?
I hope not.
I hear music in the background.
It's not
In
me.
the chat, do you guys hear music in the background?
I don't. Did it just start?
Does anybody hear music in the background or voices in the background? This is incredible.
I don't.
Does that? I hear a YouTube video that I was watching prior to this playing in the background. Does anybody hear that?
Is it on
In the
your?
chat, does anybody hear that? It's in my headphones. Okay, so nobody hears that. So I'm gonna pretend like I don't hear that. I'm gonna pretend like I don't hear this in my headphones, but this is crazy. Oh, okay. You know what? Maybe it's coming from. No, it's not. It's not. So weird. Okay. All right. So anyway, so I some questions in the chat. One person had a valid question. He said, do these hoops work for the EM1010? The
Yes.
smaller, they do. Okay. With the exception of the Gen 2 hat hoop, right?
You're asking me really technical questions. The EM1010, that's the single needle, right?
No, that's the Ricoma. That's the small, yeah, because your machine, your hoops work on so many different machines. But I have tested it. It's the I can actually no, I can't show it to you because there's something next to it. I can't. Okay, so that's the 10 needle Ricoma home embroidery machine. It's not the big industrial one.
Okay.
But yeah. So I know for a fact that the Gen 2 hat hoop, which is this one right here, it works, but it can't really articulate because this will hit. This will hit. But all these other ones, I'm 100% positive that they will fit on the EM1010 because it doesn't have anything that really juts up. I've tried it before. I even have a video where I tried it. Yeah.
I think there's a trick. Let me get Katie, our customer service rep, on here real fast because
Okay.
you might have to take the support arms off of the cat frame.
Oh. I don't know how we would do
this.
that, but okay. All right.
I just want to make sure I have the right answer for your people.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. I tried it before though. I'm always doing something that I'm not supposed to do with everybody's devices that they send me.
Well, yeah, and I want to make sure. So this is Katie. She's our wonderful customer service rep.
Nice to meet you. What's up, Katie? Katie in the building.
Katie in the building. This is Allan.
Oh
with
my gosh.
A-Dubb Productions.
Yes, I've seen your videos. They're awesome.
Oh, thank you. Look at that. I'm like a little.
He's a celeb.
He's a celeb. For
He
sure.
is. So Allan was asking if the cat frame works with the EM1010, and I just wanted to confirm that with you.
So it can. I know we in Ricoma don't recommend it because of how tight the EM1010 is. That bill is really going to push up against the back of the head of the machine, and it's going to pop off.
Yeah.
So it can work. I know people. Again, I wouldn't recommend this personally. People have modified their machines, especially to kind of open up that back panel a little bit so they can get their designs.
Okay.
It's limited to the design size that Ricoma already has pre-programmed into the EM1010. Again, if it works, we just recommend it.
Okay. That explains it then, because I actually made a video trying it, and I did modify my cap size that they had pre-installed in the machine, so maybe that's why it did interfere a little bit. So when I tried it, and I always recommend people like know how to modify the cap size so that it can go outside of the boundary, because I really believe in knowing your machine. But yeah, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Unfortunately, it's not like the PRs where the PR has like that override clip we can apply to it to get like a slightly bigger sew field. Ricoma doesn't have that function on theirs, but again, it still can work. I think it's a better cat frame because you're not going to get all that puckering or flagging like that with it. But they just can't get that desired design size, you know.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Look at that.
You guys have a great day.
If we feel free to send any more celebs, HoopTech celebs in the chat.
I mean, HoopTech celebs might pop up. I don't know.
So, Amy, tell us a little bit about HoopTech, how long HoopTech's been around, and how HoopTech got started.
All right. Well, yes, I would love to tell you guys that. So HoopTech is a family owned. My dad started this business back in, Actually, he started the year I was born, so 1989. And started it because he owned a dry cleaning business, and a ton of people were coming into the business being like, can you monogram my shirt? And he was an entrepreneur. He didn't want to turn down this opportunity. So he went out and got an embroidery machine, and he saw that the tools that came with the embroidery machines were just leaving a lot to be desired. And so he started working with an engineer named Joe Viltrakis, who is our engineer still today. He's amazing. And together they developed these products. They started with hats, and then over the years it expanded to clamps and specialty clamps, all kinds of stuff. But yeah, my dad just had a passion for helping our customers. He really, really loved to help people grow their businesses. And he believes that you have to have the right tools in place to do that. So if you have an embroidery machine, it's just as important to have a good embroidery machine as it is to have the right accessories. And so,
correct.
And it's like that with anything, right? It's like the better quality tools that you have to do a job, the better you're going to be able to do it. And so he just believed in investing in your business. And with these products, if you're an embroiderer and you invest in these products, I mean, you're really going to reap the benefits over the years, because your people that work for you are going to have an easier time doing the embroidery. Your embroidery is going to look better because the products are being held better. Just all kinds of stuff like that. And so I'll show you guys. This is a little picture of me and my dad.
Look at that little family photo album. Like, I like that.
Little family photo. That's my papa. I'm in my office, but it used to be his office. So
yeah, somebody is really controlling.
Allan, you're cracking
so strange. No, I'm trying to act calm and concentrate, but this is strange.
I think so on your phone and see if the YouTube video is playing.
I don't know how it would be playing because I'm on YouTube. Right. This is so weird. I'm on YouTube. I don't know how it's playing. Like, it can't be. Loveland, are you playing a YouTube video? No, because this is not linked up to my laptop over here. This is so weird. Anyway, okay, let's continue going. So, Amy, I have a question for you. Why pink?
Well, we just like bright, fun colors. We want to stand out from the crowd. And, early on, my dad made yellow his color. And then down the road, we started working with a company that you guys might have heard of. It's called 31 Gifts. They specialize in, they're kind of like Pampered Chef. Like, they do parties. And it's all personalization. So they have 1,500 Tajima single head machines. 1,500. It's insane. And they have this whole barcode system. Like, it's really cool. Anyway, they wanted pink clamps. And so they have 1,500 pink slimline clamps for their machines, which is crazy to see. Anyway, they wanted the pink. The pink was really fun. And after that, we decided to do a couple different products in the pink just because it's really bright and fun, and we might as well make embroidery fun,
Might as well, right?
Yep.
What was the first hoop your dad invented? I think I know the answer to this question. I'm just gonna guess that it was the Gen 2 hat hoop. I'm not sure, but what was the first hoop he invented?
It's the Gen 2, but it wasn't called the Gen 2 back then. It just was our I think it was called the 360 cat frame, but it had a green handle on it that was like rubber. We actually were selling them. They were still in production until about 3-4 years ago, and people would still buy them. But I felt like the Gen 2 was such a great product. I really wanted to encourage people to buy the Gen 2 instead of, because it just was a better product. It had so many years of use and trial and error. And so we did stop about 3 or 4 years ago. But that, and then our ICTCS clamp, which does like bags, towels, saddle blankets, all that kind of stuff. It was made for multi-head machines, and people still use the heck out of it. We sell tons of them every year. The ICTCS is for multi-heads, and then our you have two.
I got two of them.
And then our slim lines are for single head use. So, but yeah, hats is definitely what got it started.
I'll tell you. One of my favorite hoops that I have from you guys is not the sleeve hoop, of course, but this is by far my favorite hoop right here. I think this on a slimline system? This on a slimline line
It's
or
no,
no?
just a specialty clamp. We call it the Stronghold specialty clamp. It mounts right
Okay.
to your, so it's its own unit.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be ordering another one. I'm gonna be. Amy was so nice. Well, you guys saw this unboxing video when I unboxed the goodie bag that you guys sent me, but I am gonna purchase another one of these because I need it, right?
Yep.
So what are some of these hoops good for? Are these different? Let me try to put them in size order here.
Yeah.
So okay, from this. Okay. Are these all pocket frames or what do we
Those are
got
all
here?
pocket frames, but I know that you've mentioned already that you used one on a sleeve.
This one I use on a sleeve,
Oh
and
wow.
this is actually for the side of the hat, right?
Side and back, yeah.
I use this for a sleeve.
That's large, but good for
It
you.
worked. It worked like a charm.
Did you have to
Better
stretch it?
than no, it didn't stretch that. No, Loveland's over there. Let me grab the sleeve real fast.
Okay.
Let me show you guys. Good news. The voices in my head went away. The voice. That was so weird. Like I can't wait to watch back this video. So yeah, I just like literally. I'm like, okay, how do I do this? And t-shirt, you don't have to stretch it. I put my stabilizer on there, and this is the only way I got finished this job. The only way, because my 5x5 hoop, it was like too long, and it wouldn't let the machine articulate. So this was perfect.
So that's a short sleeve shirt.
Huh?
Is it short sleeve?
Yeah, it's short sleeve. It's short sleeve.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Even if it was long sleeve, though, I would imagine no, it's too much to go inside this way.
But if
No,
it's you could use the pocket
it's
for
all
sure.
about, like you said. I always tell people watching the videos that like if you have the right tools for the job, then it will simplify your whole embroidery experience. Once you get your machine down pat, these little things like really help your production, simplify things, make things move fast, and they make a world of difference. As opposed to sitting there trying to figure out in a regular hoop that comes with the machine, and you guys are all about solutions, and you guys have overwhelmingly a lot of solutions on the website. A lot of solutions. You guys got a lot of hoops.
We do have a lot of stuff. I kind of simplify it into three categories: hats,
Mm-hmm.
clamps, and then specialty. So that helps a little bit.
Hats, clamps, and specialty. Now, what's the difference between a clamp and a specialty? This is a clamp, right? No, you
Well,
said this is specialty.
it is a clamp, yes, but it's under the specialty category. The
Okay.
clamps have interchangeable windows.
Mm.
So
Okay.
you have a lot of size options with a clamp. A specialty, it's just its own unit. The window that you see is the window that you get. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Let me see
Okay.
if there's anything going on out here, and I can show you guys one of the clamps we have. So,
Thank you. Appreciate that. We wanna tour.
well, we just renovated our office space, so it's coming together. Okay, I'm trying to let me flip. Okay, so it looks like they have one of our shoe clamps on the Tajima right now. So
Mm-hmm.
when I say that it
Okay.
mounts its own, it screws on back here.
Yeah.
And a clamp will also do that.
Mm-hmm. So that right there is considered a specialty because it's its size and it's not, and that right there is a clamp because it's interchangeable.
Yep. So like this
Okay.
clamp, so this is the piece that you would get, and then you would get
Okay.
multiple windows. Like this is a different window, that's a different window.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Angel, this is a shoe clamp right here. Well, I use it for shoes, but
It's
what
a
is this
Stronghold specialty clamp.
stronghold for whatever you want? Oh, you at the show you had this hooked onto a glove, right?
We have a
I
glove
believe.
clamp.
Oh, okay. See, they got something different for everyone. Listen, guys, if you wanna spend, if you wanna trap yourself, if you wanna spend money before, they got everything on that website. If you wanna spend money before you make it, go check out HoopTech's website. What's the website?
It's HoopTechProducts.com.
HoopTechProducts.com, not HoopTech.com. HoopTechProducts.com.
Yes.
You guys because I know how it is. In any field that you're involved in, especially with embroidery, after you get your machine, you can buy a whole lot of accessories, and the accessories is just worth it because when you do get that specific project and you need that thing to complete that project, it's so much. You're like, oh my god, thank God I have this. Versus, oh my gosh, I need this. Now I got to order it. Now I got to wait. If you can keep the workflow moving, you can free up some time so you can make some more money so you can move on to your next order. And that's why I try to tell people stuff like this is worth the investment. Why? Because if you don't use your money to get something for your business, if you don't reinvest back into your business, you're going to spend the money on something anyway.
It's true.
Or you're going to pay it in taxes. If you're making money, you should always reinvest back into your business because you're going to spend the money that you could have spent buying some useful items to help your business in taxes. So you can write this stuff off. It's business expenses, right?
True.
So let's get some comments. Let's see what some people are saying in the chat. Can you see what I'm seeing? Amy, am I controlling this right here or?
I can see some messages. I did see someone ask what kind of machines do these work with? And our products work with all of the large machine manufacturers. So Barrett-in, Melco, Tajima, ZSK, Ricoma, of course. We have products that work on the Brother 6 and 10 needle machines, the Baby Lock 6 and 10 needles, the Tajima Sai. Ricoma is actually, they sell our products. You can buy from them directly. You can buy on our website. They are currently our largest distributor. We love working with Ricoma. They do a fantastic job. And so we work with all the big machine manufacturers. If you're wondering if your specific machine works with our stuff, you can always email us at sales@hooptechproducts.com, or you can give us a call. Our phone number's on our website.
Okay. Okay, somebody, you answered that question. What machines do? And somebody said, large hat hoops worth the expense? I'll answer this one. Absolutely, they're worth the expense because a lot of people in embroidery, especially when you're just getting started, have problems hooping hats. And these Gen 2s simplify that process. And not only do they simplify the process, but the one thing that everybody wants to do is embroider closer to the bill of the hat. And this makes it possible because the regular hat hoop, the lip goes this way, but this it's almost like you can get the embroidery foot as close as possible to that bill with this hoop right here. So it is definitely worth the expense. And like I said, it's a tool that you sit with your tools so that you can whip it out when you need it, right? So it's definitely worth the expense. What's your favorite hoop, Annie? I'm gonna guess it's the pink one.
I do like the brightness of the pink. I think my favorite hoop is the Slimline clamp because it has 9 interchangeable window sizes, and I just love how easy it is to use. I can just drop the lever. You would expect that by now I know how to do embroidery pretty good. I don't actually feel overly confident using the machines because they intimidate me, and I haven't gotten in there a ton.
Yeah.
But with our products, I kind of always talk about making things just easy for everyone to use. And so for me to be able to use those products, I feel like they're simple. I feel like they're easy to use and they're not intimidating at all. It's just 2 screws to screw it on. You put on your size and then you're ready to go. So I love our Slimline clamp.
Yeah, and I don't have any Slimline clamps, but the Slimline clamps, just to let everybody know, what specifically, what are some items that could be embroidered on using the Slimline system?
Well, the biggest thing people get super excited about are bags of all kinds, backpacks, golf bags, duffel bags, lunch boxes, a padded gun case. The clamps kind of automatically adjust to material thickness. So if you needed to do a saddle gun case or a padded lunchbox, it is just no problem at all. It's not necessarily harder to get the clamp to close when you have that thick material. It closes just as easily, but the hold is really good. So, yeah, every kind of bag, every kind of really, if you get it in there, you can embroider it on there. So, whatever works for you.
Yeah, they hold really, really tight, and all your products have the Made in the USA flag on there, so that's something you can pat yourselves on the back about, because all these products are made in USA. Not only are they made in USA, these things are made to last. Like this seems like something that you would go in like a old Victorian home and find in the basement, and it's like it's still good. You know what I mean?
It's like yes,
it's solid.
It's like it looks like a torture device.
It definitely does. It definitely does. I'm quite sure everybody in the comments can say that this does look like something that you might. I don't know. But they're definitely built to last. What are they made of? Are these like thick aluminum? What are these?
They're made of steel and aluminum.
You know?
Steel and aluminum. Yep.
Okay. I think we're you got some rubber padding around it to protect the material. I like all these things. I'm looking forward to getting some of your slimline system, as well as getting another one of these. But so I know on HoopTechProducts.com you sell your devices. Is there anywhere else, or are you thinking about partnering with other maybe not necessarily Ricoma, but other embroidery machine manufacturers to carry your product as well? Because I know some companies carry products other than what they produce. Like, are you gonna put HoopTech devices in other places, or thinking about
it? Every machine manufacturer sells our stuff. So we work with
really?
we work with a huge network of distributors. I would say it's about 50-50 with like when it comes to our business. 50% of our business comes from distributors and 50% is retail. We love working with our distributors. We love it when they get you set up with a machine and they immediately get you set up with the right things. Like it gets me so excited. I would be ecstatic from a business standpoint, but also just in general, if the machine manufacturers would pair a Gen 2 with every machine sale, just so that people can see what options they have, because people get so frustrated with the one that comes with the machine, and unless they hear about us from somebody, they just don't know there's anything else out there, and so they could be using that for years, and then they stumble upon the Gen 2 and they're like, wow.
Yeah, when I was doing my embroidery search, when I first got started, I guess I was one of the ones that was like really, really inquisitive, really, really doing research. But I did run into your website and I saw all the products that you had, and I just saw a whole bunch of stuff that I wanted, and there was no way I could be able to get everything, so I had to like tiptoe back to it. But when I saw you you had a booth at the show, I was really, really excited, because all the shows that I've been to, you've never been there. Now, how often do you guys come out to the shows? Like, and which shows do you come out to?
We got thrown off a little by COVID, like everybody else, and I've had a couple babies in the last couple years, so traveling and getting around with
Congratulations.
people made us nervous, So we really slowed down on the shows. We were doing about 8 to 10 a year. We were doing ISS shows, the impression shows, and then we were doing
8 to 10 a year. That's a lot of shows.
It was a lot. Yeah, we were busy. And so now we decided to do like 2 to 3 ISS shows a year. So
yeah.
I think
Fidel says, I personally think the booth was the most interesting in the Atlantic City show when it comes to embroidery. I have to agree with you, Fidel. The thing that I liked a lot about your booth is not only the size, but you guys had a lot of different things displayed and showed how to use it, and you got to get hands on. And I think part of these shows, a large part of the shows why people should definitely attend, is so they can feel, touch, and use these devices. And you guys demonstrated that like flawlessly. Like a lot of companies, they have their stuff, right? They have these machines and stuff like that, but like you said, the embroidery machines are technical. The DTG machines are expensive. You don't want to press the wrong button or spill your juice on it or whatever. But you guys had everything set up, and you can get in there and I pretty much touched and played with every single thing. And then you gave me that demo, which is really, really cool. But yeah.
Well, thank you.
Best ones at the expo in terms of especially getting your hands on the equipment and using it.
Thank you.
Does anybody have any questions for Amy? Does anybody have any questions? You guys better ask now.
The smaller embroidery machine, the Ricoma EM1010. We touched on this a little earlier. It is a little bit tricky with our cap frame with the bill. We spoke with Katie, our customer service rep. It can be used, but it's not ideal. So
yeah.
It sounds like you've got to upgrade.
Yeah, Katie said that some people are modifying their machines, which would be a very technical thing to do. I guess they're taking off the plastic pallet on the back. I wouldn't want to do that. But ultimately, what I think it boils down to is if you're doing enough production that you need these, then you probably want to consider upgrading to a larger machine. And that might suit your needs better, so you won't be restricted as far as sizes are concerned, size of designs, and stuff like that, So somebody asked, do you guys offer military discount? Shout out to my veterans out there. Oh, sorry. Shout out to my veterans out there.
Thank you.
So do you guys offer military discounts? Somebody asked.
We do not, but we do have a discount that we're offering. It's Allan 10, and that will get you 10% off on our website.
Okay, Allan, ALLAN 10, and that gets you guys 10% off on the website. You guys are welcome right now. You guys heard it here first. Amy's offering 10% off using Allan 10 code. I appreciate that, Amy, and I'm quite sure my subscribers appreciate that also. So what are some devices that you guys have? What's the most interesting and weirdest device that you guys have? I know I don't have a quarter of the stuff that you guys have on the site. What's the most interesting device that you guys have?
Ooh, we have a strap clamp, and it does karate belts, name tape, dog collars, all that kind of stuff. So like if you have like a specialty business where that's kind of like your thing, you need it. You need it.
Yeah. I saw that at the show too. I'm glad you brought that up because that's something else that I want. See how this could be a bad like an addiction kind of sort of because like I believe at the show you guys had a karate belt in there, right?
Yep, and we have like Army name tape too.
So that device, you guys can see the video. Go back in my videos and see when I was at Impressions Expo. You guys will see that device in the video. That is definitely an interesting device, and it does function better than the Ricoma belt frame. So I mean, it is what it is. I got to tell you guys the truth. It's the best out there as far as like functionality, and what I like about it is with the Ricoma belt frame. I don't know if it's Ricoma's or if they made it or whatever, but there's no way to tell if your belt is straight. On your system, you guys have a line right there so that it lines up straight. And that's one of the things I noticed at the show. You're looking at me like, we do? Yeah, you guys do. You do. But there's a
yes.
Yeah. But because I checked it out, that's one of the things that I liked about it. And so it does work better. It does allow you to embroider a larger area. And you guys thought about. So now, what was the last device or the most recent device that was invented by HoopTech? You remember?
So we were at the trade shows, working a lot of trade shows in the last, before 2020. And we had this like tabletop framing station that everybody was loving. It screwed down into the table, and then it had a bar that kind of came up, and that was where we hooked on the framing gauge. And it was really nice because it kind of just lifted up your workstation a little bit and just gave you a workstation without having to have like this dedicated area in your workspace. I know a lot of people have small workspaces. And so anyway, that is our like latest thing that we've added to our collection. We probably put it on our website about a year ago. It's called the Tabletop Framing Station. And yeah, it's just if you need a station to do your hats on, your framing gauge will screw right on there and like you're good to go.
Interesting. Yeah, I definitely got to check that out.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before. That's one thing that you guys didn't have that at the show, did you?
No, we did. Our pocket clamp was on it. If you look at our interview video, I was doing the pockets on it.
I was so focused on a pocket clamp, I missed it. Okay, all right. I see a few questions right here. So let me see. Somebody asked, "What's the best seller?"
The best seller, it probably is between the Gen 2 and the back of cap frame.
Gen 2 and what?
The back of cap frame.
The back of cap frame. Is that this one?
Yep.
Yep. So between these two are the best sellers.
Yep.
Okay, we got another question right here. I'm on a site. Somebody asked, "Does the belt frame have technical specs on the website? The max material it can embroider on, max thickness and stuff like that, width and length. Does it have tech specs on the website?"
Yeah, I want to say that it does.
It should. That would make sense, you know.
And if it
does, embroidery field and stuff like that.
I need to make an edit on our website. So if it doesn't, I will.
Exactly. If it doesn't, you guys can call HoopTech and talk to a technician, and they'll tell you the tech specs. All right. Do you have a frame for backs of jackets and larger items?
So we don't sell them, but we love Midwest Embroidery. We think their products are great. They sell the magnetic hoops, and we personally we can do jacket backs in the Slimline 2, which is a larger clamp. But we personally think the best product for a jacket back is a magnet clamp or hoop.
Look at that. When have you guys ever heard a company give another company a shout out? I'd have to agree with you guys. I think that in that field that these are definitely not to be compared with Mighty Hoops. Mighty Hoops have their own thing, and these have their own thing, and they can work together. And I'm glad you said that, because there's none of these hoops are like super large enough, even though they're capable. But they're different types of solutions, right? And they can play together, and you can do like I said, I was trying to use a 5x5 hoop, which is normally for the left chest, right? But I was trying to use it for the sleeve, but this was a better solution, which is the back of cap. So sometimes when you have stuff, you use it for stuff that like not even the people at the company use it for. You're like, you use that for a sleeve? I'm like, yeah, I did. So yeah, but I noticed you guys had a lot of backpacks, stuff for backpacks, stuff for what are those bags called? Tote bags and stuff like that. All types of solutions for that. That's on the Slimline system.
Right? That's the Slimline system, and also like you getting creative with the back of cap clamp with like a hood or a sleeve. Also, Christmas stockings. There is not a better clamp that will do Christmas stockings than that one right there.
That's true. I think I did a Christmas stocking a little while ago on a video, and I used the 8-in-1 device. And the 8-in-1 device, the problem with that is you have to use not spray adhesive, but you got to use a sticky backing, and then it gets your thing all sticky. It works, but then again, you got to be careful because it's sticky backing that's keeping your product stable versus a clamp. So I mean, one is definitely better than the other. So whatever's within your budget, you guys got options. And Amy, thank you so much for letting us answering our questions. Let's see if we got any more questions before I let you go. Guys, put on the pressure. Ask us something weird. How about to purchase that? Somebody says, I'm about to purchase that. Michelle is about to purchase. What are you going to purchase, Michelle? Can it be used for other hat brands? What does that mean? Can it be used?
What does that mean?
Oh, can the Gen 2 for my brother 10 needle? Can I use it for my Ricoma? You can use it for your Ricoma industrial machine. And I believe you said it does fit on the brothers' machines, right?
Yep. Okay. One thing to note with the Gen 2, I saw somebody ask, like, they said, I'm going to buy the Gen 2 in the back of cap. Is there anything else you recommend? You need the T-bar framing gauge with your first Gen 2 purchase. The two products work together. Yep, right there. It is a system. You will not experience the benefits of the Gen 2 without the T-bar framing gauge. So the first time you purchase one, you need both things. And then your back of cap clamp, that's a bonus, and that's going to sit right on that framing gauge as well.
Yep.
Also, on the Gen 2, you can do bucket hats. So if you're looking for a bucket hat solution, Gen 2.
I'm glad you said that because I got a white bucket hat right there, and it's been sitting there for a few days now because I'm like scratching my head. I'm glad you said that. It's like literally a white bucket hat. Like if I can turn the camera, it's literally a white bucket. Look, you guys think I'm playing? There's a white bucket hat right over here. Watch.
Okay, so when you go to do that bucket hat,
See it?
Oh,
Yeah, I thought I was playing.
It's gonna be so easy. Right. When you go to do that on your framing gauge, when you look at your T-bar framing gauge, do you see the little orange toggle underneath?
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna loosen it and pull out your top plate.
It's like a transformer.
It's like a transformer.
Yeah. Wow. You know what? And you showed me this at the show, but I didn't even try it when I got back home.
There's a lot of info.
It's a lot of stuff. It's definitely like a torture device. I'll tell you. And listen to how solid it is. It's like crazy. It's like watch your fingers.
It's heavy.
It is definitely heavy. This is a good, I want to say 6 pounds, I think. I don't know.
Gotta be.
Yeah, at least 6 pounds. It is heavy. It's solid. Yeah.
It'll last
to the
forever.
desk right here. Definitely will. I gotta agree with you on that. All right. So, do you have video tutorials on the products and how to use the products?
We have very good YouTube channel. It's got so much video content on it. You can go find pretty much anything on there.
Okay. So, guys, subscribe to HoopTech Products on YouTube. Are you guys on Instagram and TikTok also?
We're on Instagram. TikTok is, we would like to be. We haven't gotten there yet, but we should get on there this year.
Okay, cool. All right, so I don't know. I mean, I think we covered a lot of stuff. We covered it, you know what I mean? Like, what else? I think we knocked it out of the park. We got all the information, all the HoopTech information. Showed you guys some products. Told you what they were for. You know, shirt pockets, hats, bucket hats, sleeves. I mean, what else do you guys want, right? You know, thank you so much, Dennis, for putting that in the in the chat right there. That's the link to HoopTech's YouTube page.
Thank you.
So that's it. Amy, do you have anything else you want to tell them?
I think we love taking orders over the phone, and we love taking orders on our website, but we really love to give you like personal one-on-one recommendations and make sure that you're not just ordering random stuff on the website that might not be the best fit for you. We want to make sure that we get you the best fit. So if you have questions, if you need more help, please give us a call. Our phone number's on our website. Let us know that you were on this live with Allan, and we'll get you the 10% off, and we'll get you all set up. So Debbie, it's Allan10 is the discount code.
Allan10. Allan10 is that discount, guys. And I'm glad you said that because just like what you said, I was on the website and you guys have so much that like you're like, okay, I think this will work, but why not call in and make sure that you're ordering the right thing? Yeah. And just like the Gen 2, you have to have this with it. You won't necessarily know that off the bat, you know. So I encourage you guys, if you're not sure, call in. When you get your feet wet and get your first few devices, then you can probably, know what you need next. But thank you so much, Amy. Let me check one more time just to make sure we got discount code Allan10 is in the chat. Yep. When's the next time you'll be in California? Is there a trade show coming up soon? Next year?
Long Beach in January.
Okay, next year, January, Long Beach, California. Make sure you guys are out there to Impressions Expo Long Beach. Thank you so much, Amy, I
Thank you so
appreciate you
much.
so much. No problem. What I like to do is I like to not only show the products, but it's nice to bring somebody on, a representative of the company, and who better to bring on than the owner, CEO. What's your title? Like, I'm just calling you everything. Owner, CEO, president, everything.
Whichever owner. But I love getting FaceTime with people in the industry, and I love being able to give people a more one-on-one approach. So
Yeah, and
I loved coming on.
thanks again for coming on. I appreciate you. Okay. All right,
Alrighty,
so guys, say bye to Amy. Say bye, Amy. Everybody in the chat. Bye, Amy. All
bye.
right, Amy. Thank you so much once again, and look for my order. I'm gonna, yeah. All
I'm
right.
excited.
All right, guys.
Do I hit the X?
Later. Yeah, you hit the. I think this is the awkward end part. All right. See you later. Bye bye.